this is kind of like some of the other games where, at the end, does it feel like the other losses?
Yep, I do. I feel like that game. Early games in the season.
Yeah. What can you guys do to stop that kind of that trend a little bit?
Shoot. Just try to score more points.
But if you don't want to hear me rant, there's a link right up here at the top of the description where I did a video about this game, like right after the game ended. So if you want to listen to that, go ahead. I didn't watch the whole game at that point, but that's pretty what I said. What I said there is pretty much what I'm saying here. So yeah, okay. Let's start off with Baltimore. So Lamar was 16 for 32, 254 yards, a touchdown, 14 carries, 89 yards. So Lamar played well enough to win yesterday, but once again, his defense failed him. Now, you could be like, oh, well, Keith, blah, blah, blah. Okay, Lamar missed a couple throws. He missed a couple throws, but his receivers also missed some touchdown passes. Andrews missed a clear one in the end zone that led to a field goal. I think that was likely. He missed one. I think they ended up getting a touchdown either way off that one, so it really didn't matter. But once again, in a close game, his defense failed him. Lamar scored 15 points in the fourth quarter, and they were up 2 going into the fourth quarter. And they were up with about a minute left to go. And you let Trevor Lawrence drive all the way down the field and score. Lamar has nothing to do with that. That has to do with that trash-ass defense that only turns into trash in the fourth quarter. This is the third or fourth time this has happened all year. And now you can blame Lamar. You can say, oh, this is Lamar's fault. He should have did this, should have did that. But at the end of the day, you score 15 points in the fourth quarter and you lead your team to a game winning touchdown and a game winning 2-point conversion that picks you up a whole possession, and the team starts at the 10 on the other side of the field with a minute left and they have no touchdown and they have no timeouts, and your defense, Marcus Peters, gives up every single quick route to the right. I'm gonna show some here. Give up every quick route known to man and you end up losing. Now, Lamar, what he did at the press conference, you can't do that. You got to be more professional. But I don't blame him. They should be firmly in this division. They should have their hand fully grasped in this division. They should be leading this division by 2 or 3 games. And now they're tied with Cincinnati. They're 2 losses away from probably having to play a road playoff game because Cincinnati is coming. So I would be mad if I was Lamar too. Now, I'm not minimizing what Lamar did online. He shouldn't have did that. But you can't go, I'm not going to be condescending like Shannon was on TV today. Today's Monday. I'm not going to be condescending like Shannon was throughout the whole segment that they did. Lamar can't do what he did, but let's not sit here and act like you wouldn't be just as frustrated. Lamar has made some mistakes, but let's not act like all these mistakes are his fault. He can't go out there and play defense. I would be mad too. Now, the 24-hour rule Shannon spoke about, I do understand. But to make Lamar seem like this villain, that's stupid. Fumbles. Lamar did fumble one. We're not going to act like there wasn't mistakes in the first half. But I would like to say that he kind of made up for those. He made up for those mistakes, because he got his team with a touchdown lead, and it should have been a touchdown. It should have been 2 touchdowns if they scored the touchdown in the first quarter and they scored a touchdown before they get the ball back to Jacksonville. It's rough. It's rough for them right now. They should firmly be in this division, but they're gonna be fighting for a playoff spot now. So I guess we'll see. And Lamar definitely deserves that $300 million. Just knock on wood that he doesn't get hurt. And we'll see how it is next. They play terrible Denver. they're going to make, I'm going to tell you guys what's going to happen. They're going to make Denver look better than they actually are. And they'll probably win that late in the fourth quarter. I wish more for Baltimore. And so let's go ahead and get Mahomes out the way. Mahomes 27-42, 312 yards, a touchdown and an interception. Running the mill, they beat the Rams. There was nothing to, analyze and deeply break down. They won the game. They beat an injured, old, battered Rams team, and they did what they were supposed to do. Bryce Perkins, I had never heard about this guy in my life up until today. He was 13 for 23, 100 yards, touchdown, 2 interceptions. He looked really raw. I don't even know the year. All his stats, all his where his college and his year, all of that stuff would be up here. He played okay. I see the flashes. I did see flashes. I saw the flashes. So that's really all you can ask. So Mahomes did what Mahomes do. Kansas City did what Kansas City do, and they have a better record than Mahomes now, or they have a better record than Baltimore now. Now the Cardinals versus Justin Herbert. These are kind of the same team in a sense. The Cardinals just has a little bit more drama than Herbert and him have the Chargers. But as far as talent and skill wise, I feel like they're on the same level, which is why this was a pretty good game. James Conner had 120 rushing yards. Lamar was 18 for 29, 191 yards, 2 touchdowns and an interception. You got to win that game. The defense gives you the ball back after making a great stop. They give you the ball back. They give you the ball back with 2 minutes to go. You got to finish the game. It's kind of the opposite of what happened in Baltimore. You have to win the game at that point because you had the ball back with 2:04 left. Do not give them the ball back, Kyler. And that was ultimately the reason they even lost the game. Herbert played good enough, you know what I mean? But he didn't play all world or anything. The game was won. You just had to keep the ball. And they were not able to keep the ball. I didn't even review them last week, but I'm going to go ahead and review them right now. Denver is awful. Russell Wilson had us thinking that he was actually going to do something. He was 19 for 35, 142 yards and a touchdown. You guys got blown out by Carolina. I never thought I would say this, but I might be done even talking about Russell Wilson because just watching it is like, what are we doing? The biggest thing that came out of this game is his offensive lineman or his defensive lineman going off on him, and I'm going to show it right here. So that's pretty much all I really, really got for that game. But the Seattle game, and you guys are going to think this is a Las Vegas reaction because I'm going to talk a little bit more about Las Vegas. Las Vegas deserved to win this game. And when you hold Seattle to 65 rushing yards, 3 for 9 on third down, and Josh Jacobs rushes for over 300 all-purpose. When Josh Jackson has over 300 all-purpose yards, you're going to win that game. Now, I took to overtime because, LA or LV likes to make it difficult, but there was nothing in this game that I thought Seattle was going to win, especially towards the end. When Seattle can't rush the ball, they can't win the game. I love me some Geno, but Geno's arm is not going to win you a game. So Geno was 27 for 37, 328 yards, 2 touchdowns and an interception. So he didn't play bad, and I'm becoming a bigger fan of Noah Fant, number 87 for Seattle. Geno has played himself into some money. But when you get into one of these quarterback battles where you have to make that play, Geno has been making that play all year, but he didn't make it today. But he didn't have a running game. But like I said, when you're 3 for 9 on fourth down, it's not much you can really do. So Cleveland, another one. When they rush the ball, well, they win. Chubb had over 26 carries, 116 yards, which opened up the game, which allowed Coop to have 7 receptions, 94 yards. So, and Jacoby was 23 for 37, 210 yards, a touchdown and an interception. They looked good today. Too bad that this is Jacoby's last game, playing, but they look good today. Good today, going into week 12 where they're getting their guy back. I'm gonna have a video about Deshaun coming out the week before. Well, probably Sunday, probably either Saturday night or Sunday morning. It's gonna be a clip of a video that I've done already. That whole review, I'll leave it up top or I'll leave it at the end. I liked what I saw from Cleveland. They made Brady's life hard. They kind of blueprinted it like the Giants did that first run when they had Michael Strahan and all them boys. That's kind of how Brady was looking, like, oh my God, I don't know what to throw. And then they were playing really, really well on Mike Evans and all the receivers on the outside to make life really, really hard for them. If in the overtime, especially, because Brady couldn't do nothing in the overtime. So shout out to them. Shout out to Cleveland for playing hard. Shout out to Cleveland for playing really, really hard. And so that's pretty much all I got for you guys. Sunday night football review will be up top or somewhere around here. The rant will definitely be up here, and a playlist of all the other games that I've done. So that's all I got for you guys. Peace. Go Baltimore. What's going on, guys? Let me do this. Bam. So I did not review the Cowboys game because I assumed everybody watched it. So I didn't talk about it this week. I'm going to leave the NFL's review at the end of this as well, or in the description if you guys want to go look at that review in its entirety. They got their ish together, but they have to lower the penalties. The penalties are going to be the death of the Cowboys. So if I had to say anything about the Cowboys, that's what I would say about the Cowboys. So, peace.